Let's find a comfortable seated position, whether that's on a meditation pillow, a yoga block, or a chair. And if you find yourself in a chair, just feel your feet on the ground. Bring an awareness to the tripod of the foot, the big toe mount, little toe mount, and the heel. As you bring awareness to your feet, just see if you could gently press firmly down through the feet. Or if you're sitting on a meditation pillow, perhaps you press firmly down through the sit bones, creating a little length through the spine as you extend through the crown. Now go ahead and soften your eyes, making sure that the hands are on the thighs or in your laps, palms facing up. And go ahead and bring your gaze inward. Start connecting with the natural rhythm of your breath. Noticing how the breath is movement, as there may be a gentle sway forward and back as you breathe. Notice how the breath is shape change as the ribs expand on the inhale. They contract on the exhale. Notice how the breath is life. Bring awareness to your sitting posture. Are you still maintaining that length from the inside? Is the core engaged? Some awareness to your shoulders. Can you soften the shoulders down and back? Drop the gaze slightly. Maybe the chin drops just a centimeter, creating some length in the back of the neck. We're going to begin today's practice with a breathing exercise. So the hands are going to come up like a goal post in football. And we're going to raise the arms up and down as we breathe heavy out the nose. So on the inhale, the arms goes up, exhale down. And we're going to do 3 sets of 30. So everyone arms up. Begin. Then just go ahead and relax, allowing the hands to come back to the thighs or the lap, palms facing upward. Soften your gaze. Soften your eyes. Bringing the gaze inward, connecting to that natural rhythm of your breath. Just noticing what you feel. Perhaps you have some tingling sensations, your fingertips, your palms, your wrists, your elbows. Maybe you feel a little freeness in the shoulders, softness in the neck. perhaps for you, you just feel some peace, calm, comfort, stillness, and ease. Everyone, hands up. We're going to go on for set 2. Begin. And just go ahead and relax. Again, hands on the thighs or the laps. Palms facing up, soften the eyes, bring the gaze inward. Connect to the movement of your breath. Everyone, hands up. We're going to move on to our final and last set right now. Ready, begin. Bringing the backs of the hands, the thighs or the lap. So you soften the eyes, bringing the gaze inward. Reconnecting to the natural rhythm of your breath. Just notice how you feel. Maybe you feel calm, peace, stillness, comfort, and ease. Anytime your mind starts to wander, come back to this moment. Come back to those feelings of peace, comfort, stillness, and ease. Now I want you to journey back through time. We're going to go and visit your 9 to 10-year-old self. Notice the home that you grew up in, or if that's a painful memory for you, then notice a different place, perhaps a school, playset. When you bring yourself back to this younger version of you, just notice what you're doing. Maybe you're playing with your favorite toy. Maybe you're outside and playing. And as you're just smiling, looking at your younger self, in your own world full of imagination, full of possibilities, full of dreams. So proud of your younger self. You feel love, you feel compassion. And you're you're sorry for putting your younger self through all that you did, for all that you had to endure. You begin to walk over to your younger self. Your younger self notices you and walks towards you. You just reach out with both arms and just squeeze your younger self. Give your younger self the biggest hug you can with all the love, all the compassion in the world. And you're sorry that you had to put your younger self through those trials. Your younger self looks at you a little mesmerized. Because your younger self is so proud of you, the person that you have become. And if it wasn't for that journey, for those choices that you made, you wouldn't be the person that you are today. But your younger self also shows compassion towards your pain and grabs you by the hand and begins to walk you down a different reality, down a choice that you made differently this time. Something that you wish you chose differently back then. He shows you how life will be. And you begin to walk down that path. You see how life is different 5 years from then, as a teenager, in the present moment today, and even into the future, how different life could be. And these are all positive memories. But you don't regret the choice you made because you've become the person you are today. But you fill up with joy just knowing that there's this overwhelming feeling that this was a choice that you could have made. And all that it was a choice. It was like snapping your fingers. It was like choosing bacon or French toast. It was just a choice. And that you just created this new reality. Knowing that if you make a different choice today, that you will be the creator of your future. So you're just full of joy, just full of excitement. You smell what it smells like that day. You feel what it feels like to accomplish all of those things, to live the life that you wanted to live, to make a different choice back then that changed your life today. And so you thank your younger self for taking you on that journey as he begins to walk you out of it. And as he does, and you begin to part ways, you bump into your teenage self or your young adult self. And you remember this day, this moment that you are in, this moment of a choice that you made that may not have been the best choice. Maybe even today you look back and wish that you made a different choice. Perhaps it's something you said to somebody, or a relationship, or a school you chose to go to, or any number of things, from investments to business to so many different opportunities, a job, a friendship. Just taking action, or getting up there and learning a new skill. You made a choice. I mean, we make choices every single moment of our life, whether it's just a choice to not do anything or a choice to do something. Choice to take uncomfortable action, or choice to stay in our comfort zone. Do you remember this day? Your teenage self says, come on, let's walk down this new path. And paints a new picture of you choosing differently that day. How awesome everything would be, the family you would have created as you walk down this path 5, 10 years down the road. And you feel what it felt like to accomplish all those things, to choose differently, to live this new life that you created. You don't regret the choice, but you start getting excited about the fact that you could have chose this life, but you chose not to because you weren't ready for it, because you needed that lesson. You needed to get by this moment. You needed to grow. As you come out, you thank your teenage or young adult self. You start to make your way to your present self. You're full of excitement, full of joy as you reach your present day self. And you tell yourself that I am ready now. I went through all that I went through to be where I am today, so I can make this next choice the best choice of my life. When you make that choice now, you think of something in your life at this moment that you can make. Perhaps just take an action on that business you've always wanted. Acting on starting a new relationship or building up a broken one. Acting on doing something that you used to dream about as your 9 to 10-year-old self. And you had all those dreams when you were exploding with ideas and imagination. Someday down the road, along the path, somebody told you that's just a dream. And you believed them. And now you're going to uncover that dream again. Whatever it is. Small or big, but you start to walk down. Your present day self takes you by the hand, starts to walk you down this path, this choice that you made. And you see what life would be like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, the family you could start, the house you could live in, the business you could create, the lives you can impact. You start filling up with excitement and joy of all that you have created. And then life, it's 25, 30, 40 years down the road. And you reach the top of Mount Kilimanjaro. It's snowing. You're in nothing but shorts and a t-shirt. But it doesn't matter. Because you're full. Because you're filled with so much energy, excitement. The snow melts you as soon as it touches your skin. There's so much heat, so much warmth, so much love inside you. You've impacted the world. You've fed 1 billion people who couldn't feed themselves. You've provided water to those without water, clothes to those without clothes, school books to those without schools. You've done everything that you could. You've created this amazing family. You have these grandkids now, maybe even great grandkids. You've built this community. You're just filling up with joy with everything that you have, knowing that all the stuff that you have now, the house, the cars, even all that material stuff means nothing. It was everything else that always meant everything. The impacting of the world, the touching other people's lives. Giving your kids, your grandkids, the opportunities that you never had as a child. All because you decided to make a choice. Your present day self. Then, as you're at the top of Mount Kilimanjaro, you stand up. You stretch your arms long. And you let the lion out. Rah! And you just own that. You feel that power, that excitement. You've accomplished everything that you've ever dreamt of accomplishing. You set out on a mission with a goal. And you accomplish everything that you could ever imagine accomplishing. And you have impacted the lives of so many people and built the legacy that you've always wanted to create. Now, as we place one hand over the other, we maintain that excitement that lives in our very skin. We begin to make our way back to the present day, not letting this excitement go. Knowing that we've already lived that future. We already know where the path goes. All we have to do is make that decision today that we already chose to do. We already chose to act today. We already made that decision. We saw the life that we wanted to create, and we created it. We know that everything in the past was also a decision that led us to exactly where we are meant to be today. So make that choice that you already made, and have fun walking down the path that you already walked. Let me know in the comments if this resonated with any of you, and if there's anything that may have come up. I'd love to hear from you. Have a wonderful day. Live with passion. Namaste.